understand sorting. Okay, what is sorting? Sorting means arrangement of elements. Okay, how we can arrange elements in a certain order. There are 9 types of sorting. We have selection sort, bubble sort, insertion sort, quick sort, merge sort. Okay, various types of heap sort, various types of sorting are there. Various different algorithms are used for sorting elements, and each algorithm has its own specific pros and cons. Some algorithms are very slow and some algorithms are very fast. Like the slowest algorithm for sorting is the selection sort, and the fastest algorithm is the quick sort. So now see, selection sort is the slowest, but it is the easiest to program. Its logic is very easy. Whereas quick sort is the fastest one, but its logic is a bit typical. Okay. So in your course, you have only 3 types of sorting, that is selection sort, bubble sort, and insertion sort. Rest of the types of sorting, it is beyond the scope of this class 12 syllabus. If you want, you will be studying it further in engineering. Okay. So we will be studying only 3 types, that is selection sort, bubble sort, and insertion sort. And in today's class, we are going to begin with selection sort, right? First of all, I want you all to write a small definition of sorting in your copy. It is an arrangement of elements of an array or linear list in ascending or descending order. And we will be seeing 3 types: selection sort, bubble sort, and insertion sort. Let us start with the first and the most easiest one, that is selection sort. Right. First of all, we are going to create a array. So what you do is in your copies, you'll be doing it along with me. Okay. In your copies, you draw something like this. We have 5 elements here. So you are going to create 5 columns, and at the top of the columns, you are going to write the subscripts 0 to 4. And here you will be writing pass, number of passes which we are going to encounter. So we are writing first pass here and the elements. So write it this way. You are going to do it along with me only. Okay. Or you can do it because it is being recorded, so you can do it later on also. Just pay attention here. So we have 12, 3, 10, 6, and 9. We want to arrange them in a particular order, that is in the ascending order, where it should be 3, 6, 9, 10, and 12. Just by looking at this list of numbers, we can do it in our minds. But when it comes to a computer doing it, we have to give it specific instructions and tell it how to do, right? So we are going to follow the selection sort method, where the name itself says selection, that is select, to select. So what we are going to do is we are going to select position here. Sorry. Select index. We are going to select an index, and we are going to fix this position with the smallest element, right? Like we are first going to select position 0, and at this position 0, at the end of the first pass, we will make sure that this position 0 contains the smallest element. And how we are going to do it? Now, we have to understand what are passes. Passes is the sorting algorithm will take up a number of times to sort the elements. Okay, it will traverse in each pass. The algorithm will traverse the entire array from left to right, starting from the first element, and it will end at the last element. So this one whole traversal is known as a pass. Okay. total number of passes, they cannot exceed the number of elements. That is size of the array. Total number of passes will be either less than the number of elements or equal to the number of elements, but never greater than that. Okay. Now see, we started with the first pass. Let's see how we can do it. What we do, we take the first element. Okay, this is the first element. When we compare it with the second element. So first element means element at location 0, that is index 0. Whatever element is there at index 0, we will take that and compare it with all the elements. So first I compare 12 with 3. Is 12 greater than 3? Answer is yes. So what we will do? We will swap them. So this will be 3 and this will be 12. Now I compared this element with this element. Now I'll compare this element with this element. Is 3 greater than 10? Answer is no. So we leave it. And now we will be comparing it with the next element. Just wait. So we compared with the first, we compared with element at index 1, we compared with element at index 2. Now we will compare it with element at index 3. Is 3 greater than 6? Answer is no. So again we will leave that. And then we will check it with index 4. Is 3 greater than 9? No. So at the end of this pass, that is now, this algorithm has traversed the entire array till the last element, and we find that the smallest element in this whole array is 3, which is fixed at which position? 0. So now this position is fixed. This position is fixed. So I'm fixing the position. That is, I have selected a position and I have fixed that position with the smallest element, right? Now we start with, now tell me, is the entire array sorted? No, the entire array is not yet sorted. You can see we still have 6 over here, and before 6 we have 10, then before 10 we have 12, 9 is at the end. Okay, so we start with the second pass. Let's write the elements in this order. I'm moving very slow, students, so that you are able to understand. Now 3 is already fixed, so we will not disturb 3. Okay. Now we start from element at index 1. What element is there right now? 12. Okay. So now this 12 will be compared with 10, 6 and 9. So let's start. First compare it with 10. Is 12 greater than 10? Answer is yes. So we are going to write 10 here and 12 over here. Now we compare 10 with 6. Is 10 greater than 6? Answer is yes. So we will be writing 6 over here and 10 over here. Now we compare 6 with 9. Is 6 greater than 9? Answer is no. So we will just leave it as it is. So now at the end of the second pass, we can see that the second position is fixed. That is index location 1 is also fixed with the second smallest element. Understood? So first two positions are fixed with the smallest elements. Next, we start with pass 3. So because these two are already fixed, so I am going to write it like this. Now we start with index 2. We will be comparing 12 with 10 and 9. So is 12 greater than 10? Answer is yes. So we are going to again swap them. Right? Now we will see, Is 10 greater than 9? Yes. So we are going to swap them as well. Right? So we swap them. So now this position is also fixed. Now coming to the fourth pass. 3, 6 and 9 are fixed. Coming to 12 and 10. So we have to start with this location, that is 3. So is 12 greater than 10? Yes. So swap them, 10 and 12. And last, what now we were supposed to compare this 12 with rest of the elements, and in rest of the elements we only have 10. We have done that. So this is also done. So this 10 is also fixed. And now we have only one element. So we will have the fifth pass. So in the fifth pass, there is nothing more to do because first 4 elements are already fixed. So this there is because there is only one element and no other elements to compare. So at this fifth pass, the fourth index is also fixed. So this is how you can see that selection sort fixes each of the positions. It selects an index location and it fixes that position with the smallest element, next smallest element. Okay, or we can next smallest mean next highest element. So here 3, after 3 we have 6, then we have 9. So at the end of all the passes, the last index location will have the largest element. And this is the smallest element. Got it, everyone? So this is how we sort elements in a list. Let us see its, you will see its program directly. Okay. So this is my dummy array. Otherwise also what I'm going to do is well enter list of numbers, right? So this I am hiding for the time being because I want to concentrate on the logic of the program. Print before sorting. What array? So this will print my array before sorting. And now I have to sort it. Like, so how am I going to do it? Look here very carefully. I'll start like this. For I, for I in range, because outer loop, there will be 2 loops used here. Okay, 2 nested for loops. The outer loop is going to handle the number of passes. So I can just write size over here, where size is equal to length of the array. This is going to handle number of passes. And there will be an inner loop. Now see, what I was doing when I was picking up one element, like I picked up element at location 0. So I was supposed to, this was the first element, and when I picked up the first element, I was comparing the first element with rest of the elements. So I will be doing it this way. For j in range, whatever is the value of I, j will always start from I plus 1. And it will end where? It will end at size minus 1. So the inner element will handle rest elements. Okay, except ith element. Right? Rest of the elements except ith element. Now what I am going to do? Suppose now if we start I from where? 0. So when I is 0, j starts from 1 and j will take up all the values 1, 2, 3 and 4, where 4 is equal to size minus 1 because size is 5. So obviously j will be taking up the last value as 4, 1 minus 5. 5 minus 1. So I is 0, j starts from 1. It will be, we will be comparing the elements. Is ARR 0 greater than ARR 1? ARR 0 is 3. Is it greater than ARR 1? That is 12. If it is yes, so I'm going to write it like this. ARR I, is it greater than ARR j? Now see, I is 0. Okay. When for one iteration of I, j will complete all its iterations. So I is 0. When I is 0, ARR j is going to take up 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will be like this: 0 and 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4. So ARR 0 will be compared with ARR 1. Is ARR 0 greater than ARR 1? If yes, then swap them. If ARR is ARR 0 greater than ARR 2? If yes, swap them. So we'll go on swapping them if this condition is satisfied. So we will write it like this: ARR I, comma ARR j equals ARR j, comma ARR I. Right? Let's do this over here. So I'm writing here size equals len ARR, or I in range size, for j in range I plus 1, comma size. If ARR I is greater than ARR j, then swap them. ARR I, right? Now print after sorting. Let us do a dry run first, and then we'll see the actual running execution of the program. So I am taking only this part, right? I have only this part over here, and my array is also this. This is my array. So I'm keeping it over here. So size is what? 5, right? I is, let me take some AR. This is I, this is J, this is ARR I, this is ARR J, right? And what will be ARR? The content of ARR. So first I starts from 0, J will start from 1. What is ARR I? ARR 0 is 12. ARR 1 is 3. And what is the array? 12, 3, 10, 6, 9. Right? Okay. Now we come to this. If ARR I is greater than ARR j, so is 12 greater than 3? If it is yes, answer is yes. Swap them. Swap the values. So when we swap the values, now my array becomes what? The array becomes 3, 12. Okay. Next is I is still 0, j will take up 2. So now it will be ARR 0 and ARR 2. So ARR 0 is what? It has changed the value. So ARR 0 is 3 and ARR 2 is what? 10. Is 3 greater than 10? Answer is no. So your array remains as it is. No change. Next, 3. So what is 3? ARR I is 3 and ARR 3 is what? 6. Is 3 greater than 6? No. Array remains as it is. This is still 3. This is 9. Still the same. Okay. And so you can see J completes its iteration. Now again it will go back to the first loop. I will be incremented by 1. it will again take up these values now. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now your comparison will be between. So now what is the array now? It is your array is by the end of the first pass, it is 3, 12. Right? So this is your array. Right? This is your array. So now we start from, this is already fixed, so we won't be doing anything to this. We start with ARR1, which is 12. ARR2 is, it is 10. Is 12 greater than 10? Yes. So swap them. So this will be 3, 10, 12, 6, and 9. And so on and so forth, it will continue. Now, what is ARR1 now? It has already changed. ARR1 is 10 now. So 10. And what is ARR2? It is in, sorry, 1 second. I did a mistake. Here it is I plus 1. So 1 will not be there. I did a terrible mistake. Please forgive me for that. Students, j will take up value I plus 1. So if I is 1, j will start from 2. So 2, 3, and 4. So when ARR1, it is ARR1 is 12. Okay, ARR2 is 10. So first it will compare 12 and 10. So it is different. So 3, 10, 12, 6, 9. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Next time it will be between ARR1, that is 10, and ARR3, that is 6. 10 and 6, again they will also be changed. That is also changed. And then again ARR1, that is 6. And already position 3 has been checked. So we go to location 4, that is 6 and 9. So here no change. Right? And this way we will continue. Next time it will be 2. So this will take up what? 3 and 4. So the first two positions are fixed over here. We are left with 12, 10, and 9. So first two positions are fixed. We start with this. So ARR2 is 12. ARR3 is 10. Is 12 greater than 9? Yes. So again it will be changed. So here it will be 10 and this will be 12. Right? Next time it is going to be 2 and 4. That is this position and this element. Position index 2 and index 4. So elements are 10 and 9. 10 is greater than 9. Yes. Again swap them. So now they are also swapped. So 3 positions fixed now. Same way, now we are going to go to the next iteration, that is 3. And now because 3 is there, j will start from I plus 1. So it will take up only 4. So what is here? 12 and 10. Yes, 12 is greater. So they will be also exchanged now. So now your array becomes this. At the end, this is also fixed. And now I was supposed to take a value still size, right? You can also write size minus 1 over here if you want to reduce one iteration, right? So I have taken it already. So I'll go to 4 and now there is nothing over here because if I plus 1 has to be 5, size is also what? 5. So the last iteration, this loop will not work because stop value is also 5 and start value is also 5, which is impossible. So the last iteration will not be there. Your loop will be sorted. I hope this dry run is clear to everyone. For rest of the two algorithms, you are going to dry run on your own. Now you can see after sorting, this is it. Let us try to change this. And let us insert any element according to our requirement. Press enter and you can see that all the elements are sorted. Okay. So thank you everybody. Please do your self-study every day. Okay. Thank you everyone.